today I'm going to teach you how to knit. So what I'm going to start with is I actually have 5.5 knitting needles. You can get these anywhere. You can even get them at Dollarama. 5.5 is about a little bit higher than average. I would actually use about a 5 to start with, right? So a teeny bit higher than average. So basically what you want to do is you need to pick out first, you've got your needles. Make sure that the needles are about longer than your 2 hands. So mine is just a teeny bit longer than my 2 hands, which is perfect for you to start with. And then you want to pick out your string. I have beautiful pink string, which I have knit with multiple times. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with your string and you're going to grab the end. You're going to make a loop in your string and you're going to pull this part through. And it gives you a little, sadly, a little noose. And you're going to take your needle and you're going to put it through and you're going to tighten it. So you're going to pull, it either works on this string or this string. So this string seems to be the pulling one. So I pull it tight, but a little loose so that I can still have a little bit of room in there for my second needle. So now I have started and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You want to make sure that you have a little bit left at the end. I'll show you why in a second. It's mainly just because you don't really want to get it all tangled up. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull it up to the top. Don't start all the way down here. Start up at the top. You're going to go around your first needle. Now what you're going to do with this needle is you're just going to pull it through. Like that. So now you've pulled it through and then you're going to put it over. Now it's basically that pattern over and over again when you start. Pull it tight, not too tight, or there won't be any sponginess or softness in what you're knitting. And again, you just do that over and over again until you have something that's longer. Again, tightening it every single time. If you want to do things like alternate colors, you can always get, whoopsie daisy, you can always get different colored of strings or knits, and you can always just change the color at any time. You wouldn't be cutting or tying the string together. You would just have a separate string on the side and then you would just add that in whenever. Again, adding a little bit of a tail at the end. That way it doesn't pull out and undo. Because if I were to take it off this needle right now, this one, and I were to pull on it, the entire thing would come undone. Which is good when you make a mistake at the beginning, but when you make a mistake at the end or you're finished it and you pull on a string too hard and it rips, it can really sort of break your heart. Alright, now I'm not going to go super long because I know it's just an intro video and I'm not actually making anything with it right now. So I'm going to do one more knot and I'm going to show you how to start the second row. Bloop. Alright, this is my first row. It will end up longer than this. It's squished together because it's the first row. Here's my little tail. Now I can pull it tight just to make sure that the string doesn't come undone. I can snip that, but I don't have scissors on me right now because I'm a poor planner and shit happens. Now, what you want to do next is you want to take the needle and you want to put it through the first loop here. So I'm going to take it, oh, I made that a little too tight. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it through my first loop. And I'm going to put a loop around it, like that. And I'm going to pull it through again, as if to make another knot. But instead of putting it over this time, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to push this off of the needle. Bloop. Now it is pushed off of the needle. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put it through, go up, over, pull it through one more time. And again, instead of putting it on top, you're just going to push it off. And that is basically your entire knitting skills. That's basically all you really have to do. Now, when you pull it tight, you don't want to pull it too tight or it'll be extremely hard to sew. You can see I'm struggling a teeny bit right now, but you'll be able to go faster and faster and eventually start sewing without even having to watch because it's really simple. After you have it in your head and after you've memorized it, it gets simpler and simpler and easier. If you make it too loose, however, the strings can come undone or whatever you're making can get caught on anything that you are doing. So as you can see, it actually starts to expand sideways. And it is longer than it was before. It was about half the size. It usually doubles in size or triples in size when you first start it, and it will start to grow this way. Like I said, you can always get another color, and I would just take the other color, make a loop, And then I'd just start knitting it in, and then I'd switch back and forth, and you can make a striped pattern or anything like that. And that is exactly how to knit. But again, if you do have a mistake, you can always take it, pull it, and it's all done, and you can start bloop, all over again. Thank you, and this is how to knit.